Get a small team together of people, like-minded people, who are passionate about your film.
You write from your heart and passion and instinct first and foremost. You're going to tap into some universal stuff.
Don't show guns.
Comedy tells the truth, and specifically it tells the truth about people.
There's a lot of talented people that never make it because they don't understand the business.
Our mission is actually to provide access to writers. We feel like everyone, no matter where you live, no matter who you're from, should have access to Hollywood pros.
You just finished your script and now you want to sell it. To sell it, you have to pitch it. But what if you can't get out to California? Well, you can go to virtualpitchfest.com. Today we talked to the man behind that website, David Zuckerman. David, thanks for joining me.
No problem. I'm glad to be here.
All right, let's talk a little bit about Virtual Pitch Fest, what it is and how people go about getting on the website.
Sure thing. Virtual Pitch Fest is a website that enables writers to send written pitches of their completed scripts online to industry pros. So we have 375 plus studios, networks, production companies, agencies, and management companies that are participating. And we've been around for 10 years and had quite a bit of success.
What type of scripts do they accept? TV, movie, anything?
Well, yes, we have so many different companies looking for so many different types of materials. So we have plenty of companies that are looking for television. For example, we have the CW and ABC and folks like that. And we also have big production companies like Alcon. You can pick and choose who to pitch to, and you're guaranteed a 5-day response back to your query. So if you're sending me a pitch, I will read it if I'm a pro, and I will answer back, yes, please send me the script, or no thanks. And if I say no thanks, I will click a box as to one of the reasons why I'm passing. And I also have a box where I can provide optional feedback.
If somebody has a script, how do they go about, like what's the process involved?
Well, I mean, before you start pitching, I would first recommend that you have a good script. And how do we know if we have a good script? Well, my background is in development and producing, so I continue to produce Hollywood movies. And when I go out with a script to my investors or to other bigger production companies, I want to make sure that before I've done that, that about 7 out of 10 readers have really, really liked the script. And that's how I know that it's good. It's basically the same market testing you might do with toothpaste or any other product if you're like a Procter & Gamble. So let's assume that you have a really good script. Now you want to be able to have a query letter. And a query letter is basically a 2 or 3 paragraph story about your story that hopefully entices the reader of the query letter to request a script. And that's the main goal of a query letter. So you want to have that, and then you want to be able to use our website. And actually, if you choose 2 of our higher packages, we will edit at least one of your query letters for free. So you write it, and you do the first pass, you send it to us, we'll send it to you back within 48 hours, and then you'll be even in better shape to submit your pitches.
So at the end of the day, when someone submits a script, what's the ultimate goal? How far along in the process does it get turned into a movie, or does the script just get moved to another step? How does that work?
I'm glad you've asked that, because we've had now 3 films produced through the website. We've got a feature film shooting right now with Ellen Rosenblatt as one of the producers. And we've had a Hallmark movie, and we've had an independently financed feature that got a lot of praise and that you can find on Amazon. And most recently, a couple months ago, actually Steven Spielberg bought a script from someone who was discovered on our website. And this was actually a great example of how things work, showing writers that you don't have to live in LA. The writer's name was Peter Bridges, and he was actually in Australia. He went on the website one night, submitted 10 pitches, and out of those 10, he got 3 yes responses. One of the yes responses was from a production company who took the script on and then immediately flipped it to Steven Spielberg, who bought it. And that made the trades a couple months ago, and we were ecstatic about that. We thought that was great, because our mission is actually to provide access to writers. We feel like everyone, no matter where you live, no matter who you're from, should have access to Hollywood pros. And the pros love it because it's really a simple and fun way to look at material, and both the writer and the pro are protected. And so it's working all around.
Does this, in essence, replace actually going to a pitch fest and sitting across a table from someone?
Before we came around, there were about 4,000 people going to the biggest pitch fest in the world. And now you won't see more than 400 or 500 folks going to these events. I'm not discouraging people from going to those events, but they can be quite costly, which is one of the reasons we invented Virtual Pitch Fest. And, you know, I think both are good. You can always meet people and socialize and get support for what you're doing when you come to live pitch fests. But this is probably the most preferred method for pitching nowadays. And we have over 65,000 folks on our email list. We have about 7,000 people registered. And you can look on the website. We've got so many different testimonials and people are having a good time with it. So you don't have to spend the exorbitant fees like traveling and lodging and conference fees that you once did. You can actually pitch for roughly about $10 a pitch on my site.
So somebody will go to virtualpitchfest.com. That's the website. What do they need? Do they need their script as a PDF, or how do they upload their script, and what other information is needed? And talk a little bit about the payment if you'd like.
Sure. Well, they actually don't need to upload the script. That's where our site is differentiated from others. Other sites ask you to post your script online, and then they say, well, maybe some pros will peruse through it. Whereas with our site, you're not uploading your script. You're just sending a query letter online about your script. So it's a lot safer, I think, and you're guaranteed a response back to it, whereas other sites have you post your script, and you never know whether or not someone's going to look at it or not. And so that's how that works. Regarding payment, we have 3 different options. We have 5 pitches for $50. We have 10 pitches for $90. And then we have 25 pitches for $189. And we run specials a lot, and we have a Facebook and Twitter page that will, you know, highlight specials and highlight what people are looking for, and when we have new pros signing up and all that.
So it's a lot cheaper than actually flying out to California, depending on, of course, where you live. So it's pretty good value. Once they get a yes on a script, then how is the script uploaded to whoever? Is it just through email, or does it remain on site?
What happens is the pro will automatically have something that says, yes, please send me the script, and they'll either ask you to send it to their mailing address, or usually it's an email address, and they usually will ask for it in PDF, although sometimes they might want it in final draft. So once the connection is made, Virtual Pitch Fest sort of steps out of the equation, and the pro would treat the submission like you would any other. And that's both good and bad, you know. It's good in the sense that Virtual Pitch Fest doesn't take any stake in the project. And it's quite the same as any other submission, in the sense that for the pro, sometimes they'll get back to you within a reasonable amount of time, and sometimes they won't, and that's just the nature of the business. But what people really like about the site is, you know, that they're actually getting a yes, please send it to me, or no thanks within 5 days. And we guarantee that. So if some pro is running late, or he's out of town, or she's on film set or something, we will replace that pitch right away.
Does this work for scripts for plays also, or theatrical scripts?
There are some companies that are looking for plays, but very few. Most are looking for TV and feature films. And there are some looking for novels as well. So if you've written a novel and you're looking for it to be adapted, there are many companies who will look at that. And similarly for plays, it's a longer shot with novels and plays, though, because usually companies don't like to take those on unless they've achieved some kind of notoriety already. So
in summary, you got to have a script written first.
You should. We recommend it. I don't recommend pitching something you haven't written.
True.
It's rarely something that anybody will be interested in.
Right.
You know?
Nobody cares about your great idea. They want to see your script.
I will say with a caveat though of reality television, because you can't have a script in reality TV, and there are many companies that are looking for reality, and in that case you should have, like, I would say, a 2 to 5 page treatment about the show.
Okay, and so give the website and any other information, and can people actually contact you directly if they'd like to?
Absolutely. The website is virtualpitchfest.com, and you can always reach us through info@virtualpitchfest.com. And again, I encourage people to also join our Facebook and Twitter pages.
And what are those, the Twitter feeds?
It's Virtual Pitch Fest. You'll find it. And and on Facebook, it's /Virtual Pitch Fest.
Okay, David, is there anything else you want to add before we wrap?
I would like to add that I congratulate anybody that's written a script. I think it's very difficult. I think it takes a lot of time and perseverance. And I became a producer because it was easier for me to tell people what to write rather than to write myself. So I have extreme appreciation, and I wish everybody the best of luck, and to get in touch with me if you have any questions.
All right, David, I want to thank you for joining me on the show today. And I also want to thank you for creating this website, which opens up Hollywood to the entire world. Thank you.
You're welcome. Yes, access is what we pride ourselves on, and it's our mission to make sure that everyone has that guaranteed access to people in Hollywood. And I really appreciate it. Thank you.